Alright, welcome back everybody, the History Guy here. There's only 3 of us in the game at the moment. It's just me, ASR 37, and Jewish Cowboy, so it's China, Japan, and myself. A couple of others were not able to join. This may end up just being an addendum to the episode that we recorded last week rather than a completely separate episode. We will see how long this takes. So I won't make it a separate episode if I get knocked out of the game pretty quickly. But I'm going to pick up right where I left off. I'm going to look over some things, and then we're going to see what happens. All right, and we are on our way. So we'll see what happens here. I've got to redeploy some of these troops because I've changed this from a garrison to a frontline force, and so they've got way too many divisions there. I'm not even sure why I'm too concerned about research at this point, because really the main thing right now is that I need to try and slow down this massive encroachment into my territory. We do have Sir Moose Jaws, who's the American fascist once again, so we're pretty much at full strength now, except we don't have our German commander, which maybe helps me out a little bit. I don't know for the time being. See, the UK is our enemy in the Philippines-British War, which I don't even see on here. I guess that's one of these other ones. See, it's kind of a weird thing how this all works out. I guess not in the middle of this war. So this is a war that doesn't even involve me. So I'm trying to rush some of these troops. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of Germans pouring in from this southern border here. That certainly doesn't help anything. So I'm going to form another army right here, just a small force, just to try to slow this down. But honestly, it's just mad chaos, and I'm not sure there's anything I can do to slow it down at this point. But I'm going to rush these guys down to this southern border just to protect that a little bit. A big issue right now is this right here. I've got to pull these guys out and just try to form some kind of a front here. I feel like I've got enough troops that if I could advance right here, I'd probably be okay in doing so. But I mainly just want to slow things down first. Alright, so I'm making some progress. I think he's just spread out so thin, but I just lost contact with part of my force, so I've got to find a way to break out and get reconnected to them before they're out of supply forever. So I'm going to try to push through here and reconnect to these encircled forces. Meanwhile, try to break them out as best I can. But Germany spread so thin along this line that I think I can push back. I just got to kind of issue some manual orders here to do that. Start taking back some of these territories that I've lost. I'm also rushing troops over from the front line with Afghanistan, as well as down from the line with Sweden, so we can start pushing back in some of these areas as those troops get into position. For one thing, we're going to push back, try to take Leningrad back. Again, he doesn't have that many troops along this border, so I might be able to do that. I may even be able to encircle some of these divisions in the process. So we'll see what happens. But this concerns me here. That's a lot of troops to lose if I don't break through there quickly. Alright, well, the United States has declared war on Canada. Well, that should keep him busy for a while, but I am not, I don't think, going to be able to break through over here, so I may lose an entire army, which really sucks. But that's just the reality of that blitzkrieg that I just didn't see coming at all, because I didn't think he'd be able to declare war on me that, justify a war on me that quickly. I'm trying to build out a bulge right here so the same thing doesn't happen to these troops and they get encircled the same way. So I'm kind of pushing through, and I'm going to try to deal with all of this right here. Yeah, I don't know that the rocket program is a big issue for me right now. So things have kind of settled down up here, at least for the time being. Gonna try to push through to Leningrad best I can. See, he's pushing through right here, and I have no divisions even in that area right now. Oh, he's about to take Moscow, and I don't even have it defended because I've got so many troops up here that I didn't even put anybody on the line on this side. Well, there it is. Moscow's falling. A minor setback. Yeah, not really. Some moving industry to the Urals happened automatically. So I'm trying to rush some troops up there now. Make another division. Not sure it's going to matter a whole lot. But we're sending cavalry and artillery, or motorized units, armored divisions mostly, just to try and rush some troops up there as quickly as I can. But he's just pushing through out there with no opposition whatsoever at this point. And I've got another couple of divisions that have been encircled. I just wasn't prepared on that border at all for an invasion. I thought if he did declare war on me, I'd have time to do that. And I just don't. So I'm about halfway toward capitulation at this point with my 110 or 291 divisions that I have left. But I'm about to lose some of them right here. Not that it made a whole lot of difference, but it's November of 1940. Mongolia has capitulated. I'm not even attempting to defend the east right now. I'm just letting Japan kind of have it, because there's not a lot in the way of victory points out there. So I'm mostly focusing on the west right now. And again, I've got another kind of outcrop here of divisions that could very easily get surrounded if I'm not careful. So I've got to start fighting back against them as best I can. And he continues to just kind of march through on the northern part of this thing unopposed, because I just don't have the divisions up here to compete with him. So we're into December of 1940, and I've actually been reduced now to 227 divisions. So about a fourth of my army has been completely destroyed and wiped off the map now, and more are being surrounded. There's very little I can do about it at this point. I've learned some lessons about the Soviets. This is my first time actually playing through a full campaign as the Soviets, and I chose to do it in a multiplayer game. So I definitely, even though I had as many divisions as I did, I spread myself out way too thin. I never should have gone after those other wars. I should have just been building up and preparing myself for the eventual war with Germany. Had I done that and been able to focus solely on war with the Axis, I think I would have been fine. But I decided to try and expand. Instead of just being happy with what I had, I got greedy. In the meantime, Germany is still an AI-controlled country at this moment. So the only chance I'm holding out for at this point is the idea that maybe I can sue for peace and escape out of here with my country at least. But you have to be going for 6 months, and this war's only been going for 5. So I keep watching to see when it says 6 months, and then I'm just hoping against hope that somehow I can convince the German AI to accept a negotiated peace without completely conquering me, although I don't know what real territory I'll have left at that point. But that's what I'm kind of holding out for at this point. We'll see how many divisions I have left now. Now I'm down to 217. Yeah, it's I mean, I'm outnumbered like 3-1. So we'll see. Alright, it's getting really ugly now. It's December 24th. It's Christmas Eve. I'm down to 176 divisions now. Just 1.47 million left in the field. It's at 62% in favor of the aggressors. I'm hoping against hope we hit the 6-month line and I can somehow convince the German AI to accept a negotiated peace. I just don't see why he would possibly do that at this point. I'm going to try to push back over here, but it's really small gains at this point that I can even hope to try and attain. Come on, let's get to 6 months. I don't know what day the war started, so I don't know when we'll hit 6 months. But it's got to be soon. Maybe when we get to January, I don't know. Alright, we're into January, and I have the chance to offer peace, but they will not accept. War rages on. So this is going to go to the bitter, bitter end here, and it's not going to be too long. I'm down to just 164 divisions. So it's really just a matter of him taking a few more key objectives to finish this thing off. Probably could do that by taking these units here. It's just a matter of him marching through, taking that territory. I still hold Sweden, if that's any consolation whatsoever. But I'm at 68% toward capitulation, so we're not quite there yet. Oh, Canada has capitulated to the Americans. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, since there's not much to see here at this point. Oh, there it is. The Free American Empire, which is part of the Axis, now controls America's hat. Canada. It's the middle of January 1941, and at this point I have just 160 divisions. 1.3 million manpower, and the war's still sitting at about 70% for the aggressors. He's closing in on Stalingrad. Actually, he's not even going after it right now. I think that's what he's going to need to be able to finish this thing off. But he's trying to encircle and destroy some more of my divisions. I'm not really even trying to direct a defense at this point. I'm just kind of letting it happen. Oh, it looks like Germany has decided to do something new, and they've declared war on Luxembourg, which is now part of the Allies. Not that it necessarily matters a whole lot. And Belgium. So that just got a bit crazier. But it doesn't affect me a whole lot. I still have 156 divisions in the field. Just means he's got some new problems, and it looks like the Netherlands is actually expanding into Germany so far. And they're taking some of the French territory back. Man, if I would have just held on to fight against the German Reich instead of trying to do too much, might have been okay. Ah, the fall of Sevastopol. Let's see where that puts us. One step closer to ultimate defeat. Waiting for the autosave here. We're at 81%. Next big domino to fall is going to be Stalingrad, which he's moving toward now. I would guess by March it'll be about over. In the meantime, the Allies are having a little fun on the western side of things for the Germans. Looks like they've got some Italian divisions up there to try and defend. But I have just 153 divisions now. I wonder if Germany would now consider a peace. No, of course they wouldn't. Alright, so let's go ahead and watch this, because Stalingrad is about to fall, and I think with it, my Soviet Empire will have collapsed officially. It just depends on how many victory points that's worth. I don't think it's behind their lines yet. I've got one division sitting there. Total, I've got 124 divisions left. We're at 89, 95% toward capitulation. I think that's probably Stalingrad. Yep, there it went. A minor setback. Yeah, I was in the middle of staging a coup against the UK. I hadn't even remembered I was doing that, but at this point, that's neither here nor there. I think he probably just needs one more major piece, and that'll be it. I don't even know where my capital is at this point. It's probably somewhere out to the west, or to the east. Maybe out here somewhere. No? Do I have a capital? I gotta have a capital, right? Well, maybe it's in here somewhere. No. Alright, so we'll see what happens. Let's see what territory he still needs to finish this thing off. Oh, I am done. I'm at 98%. Let's go ahead and watch it. It'll be done here very soon. I've got 114 divisions left. I've got 949,000 men in the field. Ooh, I completed a new research project. Yay. What do they need to take to finish this off is the question. 99%. Just one more victory point should do the trick. I'm all excitedly anticipating my demise. Yes? No? Sad part is that our German player isn't even here to see it, Herr Rommel. Oh, there it is. I am done. I believe that's the end. It's kind of hanging up because of it. These are dark times. Indeed, they are dark times. Well, why do I get to make demands? I don't understand why I would be making... Oh, no. I'm not. I'm just seeing the screen. I'm watching my territory divided up amongst the conquering allies. Axis, I guess. I will have no country left when it's all done. Okay, well that's it. The German Reich took 138 states, and they appear to be among the winners. It looks like the UK was really our score winner in that one. I'm going to go ahead and go to observe. Of course, I can't do anything. The game is over at this point for me. So we're going to end. Well, we will be coming back with another multiplayer series. I believe we're going to do Führerreich next time. So if you are at all interested in being a part of these multiplayer games, then go ahead and head over to the Discord, which you can click on the link in the description below, and go to the Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer, and that's where we'll be having our discussions about the next game, when we will play, what mod we will play. We'll get all that organized and then hopefully do that in the next week or so. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again with another multiplayer series.